Canas podcast. We talk sports, Canadian sports.
Honestly, I was just about to chime in into the freaking jingle.
It's catchy, isn't it?
It's not. It's just
catchy.
in my head now.
Yeah, welcome to Canas podcast, the Kailer Yamamoto
Well, yeah, because it's
podcast.
episode 56.
Episode 56?
Yeah.
Game 6 hero, Kailer Yamamoto.
Yes.
Game 6 hero, yeah, Kailer Yamamoto. Today's episode, we'll talk F1. Stroll didn't do too well. No. So that's not, we won't even talk about that.
We'll just say, Stroll didn't do so well.
Yeah. MLB, Blue Jays are still doing okay. As of today, Sunday, May the 7th? 8th? May the 8th. 7th. They are 21-14. So not bad. Yeah, good record.
Yep, destroying Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh was first in their division.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good.
But it's weird because Pittsburgh was not supposed to be doing good.
Correct?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Oh, well.
And then, mostly hockey, right?
Definitely mostly hockey.
Today, for sure. So, there's not really much to talk about in the Blue Jays. It's just to know that, the bats are starting to come alive a little bit. And
I think Kiermaier got 2 homers.
Yeah, Kiermaier got a few homers last few
picked
games.
him up 2 weeks ago for my fantasy, and now I'm doing well.
Huge.
Yeah.
For a guy who bats 9th, he's putting up ridiculous numbers. Yeah. Kikuchi's playing unreal recently.
Yeah.
Jose Barrios is playing great.
Everyone's trying to
the only ones
calm
that aren't
down
playing good are Gausman and Manoah, who are number one,
our
numbers
aces.
2 and 1. Yeah.
It's so weird, but hey, at least we got the support from our other pitchers, so it's okay.
And Romano was about to go in for a 5-out save today. But we scored 5 runs in the top of the 9th, so they're like, we'll just throw Pearson in.
Oh, just put him in there. Yeah.
He did well. He got a strikeout, didn't give up a run, so
that's
nice.
good.
Yeah, he did
That's
well.
good.
He did well. So the Blue Jays are doing okay. There's no Raptors news. There's Canadian basketball news in the sense that Andrew Wiggins is into the second round, and Memphis Grizzlies forward was it Brooks? Devin Brooks, who's from Ontario. Yeah. Memphis said that they're not re-signing him because
Dylan Brooks,
because just the stupid things that he said about LeBron James, and
apparently it's not true, but either way, he has said some stupid things, so you never know what will happen after this season. So we'll see.
You never know. So.
Just
PGA Tour.
Okay,
Adam,
we'll go with PGA.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna segue to hockey, but if you have some PGA, then
PGA Tour. There was the tournament this weekend, and I think it should be over by now. But we had 2 Canadians that were in a relatively good contention, and then they finished. Corey Connors and Svensson finished tied 8th from what I can see here. So
nice.
Yeah, pretty good tournament for them, I'd say. Okay, now we can transfer over to hockey now if you like.
Okay. So it was yesterday? Yes.
Saturday.
Yeah, so yesterday, the Oilers decided to finally wake up in the second round, destroying the Golden Knights 5-1. No, yeah, 5-1.
5-1, yeah.
Yep. And Draisaitl still being Draisaitl and just keep scoring and scoring.
So I was telling this to my brothers and my dad today. It's Connor McDavid put up one of the best seasons in history, regular season.
Yeah.
He's putting up more points per game in the playoffs right now, so he's taken a step forward. He's even stepped up his game even more. Draisaitl is significantly better than McDavid these playoffs.
Yes.
And that is not a knock on McDavid.
I think
McDavid is still playing absurdly good hockey.
Yeah.
But Leon Draisaitl is putting up video game numbers.
Rookie mode numbers.
Seriously.
Yeah. I think he has 13 goals right now? And I think
13 goals in
the record
8 games.
The record is 19.
19.
So he could probably get it in this series if he wants to.
In this series he could. I think more realistic if the Oilers make it to the Western Conference final.
Then he'll definitely make it.
Then he should be able to. And if he makes it to the final, then absolutely
he'll
should
just
be able to
surpass it big time, yeah.
So that's crazy to me. So Wayne Gretzky is first in points per game in the playoffs. Draisaitl is second and catching up little by little.
Oh yeah.
And then goals per game, there's a couple guys ahead of Gretzky, but Draisaitl's one of those guys.
That's
Goals
so
per game
crazy.
in the playoffs, Draisaitl is better than Gretzky. He's behind Lemieux, but
But
it's just ridiculous.
Ridiculous,
It's
yeah.
absurd. And I don't know. I think, well, the Vegas Golden Knights got themselves into very big penalty trouble, 100%.
Oh yeah.
They did this to themselves. But also, like, 3 power play goals. We went 3 for 6, and our power play percentage went down.
Wait, what?
We went 3
Well,
for 6.
Isn't our power play like 60-something%?
It was like 58%. Now it's at 56%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess it would go down.
Yeah, we went 3 for 6. We got 50% of the power play, and the power play percentage went down. Our power play got worse.
Somehow. No, that's crazy. And did you see the scrum that involved Kane and Kolasar?
Yeah, he punched him in the ribs.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Well, yeah, because he said
It
he got
was a late
jumped.
hit.
Yeah,
Well,
and he got jumped in the back too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got jumped in the back, and they did a 2-handed slash to Bukestad's hands. And they're losing 5-1 with 10 or with like a period left in the game. Obviously, they're not going to try to. They're just trying to injure at that point.
Yeah, and sure, yeah, defend your teammates, defend your team after like doing the interviews and stuff, but like don't blame like the refs or us for like you guys like starting it, right? So, and then I liked Kane's quote.
Yeah. Yeah. I was definitely a heat of the moment.
We can't really say it.
No,
but,
we can't. But it was a heat of the
Yeah.
moment quote.
Yeah.
Right. It was absolutely a heat of the moment.
And we need. Honestly, I like those interviews or like those like answers more than just the cliche.
Yeah,
answer,
I like
so-
personality,
Yes.
man. That's what the NHL is missing. Like they need more personality in their players and their interviews.
Yeah, I definitely
And
agree.
like the Gary Bettmans of the world, they don't allow it.
Yeah, it's sad because you see like the NFL, NBA, even in soccer, there's personality. Like
Yeah.
there's no same answers that everyone will say kind of
Yeah,
thing.
absolutely.
So they just need to let the players be themselves, and if they say something bad, well then you can find them if you want, but just let them be them.
Seriously, let the personalities go. We don't watch the games because we love Bettman and Daly. We
No.
watch the games because we're interested in McDavid and Draisaitl and Pasternak, McKinnon, McCarr. Like these are the people
And
you
even
need
if
to
there's
make the
and even if
face
the
of your
players
league.
aren't good, like if they have personality, then everyone's gonna love them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just don't get it. It's kind of sad, but our favorite sport is kind of boring.
Well, they don't allow the players to be
Off the
themselves.
ice, I mean.
Off the
Yeah.
ice. Yeah. Anyways, so series comes back to Edmonton tied 1-1. Huge, so we got home ice advantage back, but it doesn't matter unless we win the next 2 games.
Yeah.
Right? So game 3, the first 10 minutes are gonna be really, really, really hard fought. Vegas is gonna come out with everything that they have.
Yep.
I've been on the record saying that I believe that the winner of this series will win the Stanley Cup this year. I very strongly feel that. I said that about Edmonton, LA as well. But I do think LA would probably beat Vegas, to be completely honest with you.
I could see that, yeah.
Right? So that said, so Vegas is going to come out strong. They're going to come out hard. Edmonton just needs to play their game.
Basically,
Edmonton
just
plays-
replay game 2 and
Yeah,
it'll be
absolutely. And like even with less penalty trouble, they still were getting good odd man rushes the one way and playing smart defensively, always back check. Like they're playing intelligent. Like they made a few pretty big mistakes so that they were bailed out by Skinner last game for sure.
And I'm glad Skinner calmed down from game 1
Good
too.
rebound. Yeah, good rebound for sure.
Yeah.
And listen,
Like after game 1, I've said to my friends like we should probably put Campbell in just to give Skinner a rest and let him like be prepared for like game 3 or whatever. But I guess he didn't need that in game 2. He always seems to rebound after a bad game.
Recent history has shown us that you don't actually need a superstar number one goaltender in net to win a Stanley Cup. Antti Niemi won the Stanley Cup as a starting goaltender for Chicago. Last year, Darcy Kemper, within just above 900 save percentage, won the cup with Colorado. Right, like you don't Vasilevsky with the last two cups. Okay, an absolute god, but like Braden Holtby.
At the time, he was
prime. Braden Holtby was like 912 save percentage.
He was good, but yeah.
Like you don't need a superstar goal. Braden Holtby is better than Stuart Skinner. Braden Holtby in his prime when they won the cup is better than Stuart Skinner was this year. I'm not going to just the numbers aren't going to lie.
Yeah,
but you don't need a superstar goalie to win it. And when you have the two best players in the world in like leading the front, and then you have like a solid stay-at-home defenseman in Ekholm who can also provide offense, and then you have Nurse who's playing a lot better this series.
A lot better, yeah.
He's like more of like an intelligent, calming presence back there now. Desharnais still made his mistakes he did in game one. And I feel Vegas knows that they can exploit him a little bit. But as long as he plays, he doesn't like jump in too often. He's just a steady stay-at-home kind of guy. He shouldn't be exploited too bad.
Now, honestly, you just need sound defense and just offense off the charts. Like good offense, but like for us in our case in Edmonton's off the charts, and then goaltending can be decent. But if we can bail out our goalies, then we should be fine.
Look, at the end of the day, Vegas' penalty kills bad too. Like they were awful penalty.
They were like bottom third of the league in penalty killing. Yeah.
So and their power play wasn't much better either.
No.
So listen, the special teams battle should be won by Edmonton 100%. If Vegas wins a single special teams battle in this series, they're going to likely win the game. Honestly.
Yeah.
Like that would be a huge win for them. But Vegas is still an exceptional team that we definitely need to respect in the sense of like don't just assume that we won a game so we're going to sweep the rest of them. No. There's a lot of battle that still needs to go in it. Every one of the players knows that, and I don't know, man. I'm ready. I'm excited, nervous, obviously, but excited. So, shift over to the other Canadian team that's involved.
Sure.
Yeah, Toronto, Florida are playing at the moment, or at this moment. The last time I checked, the score is 2-2.
Yep, it's 2-2 still.
So, Florida's up 2-0 on the series. Toronto lost both of their games at home. So now Florida's back at home trying to close out the series essentially. So
yeah.
Like I don't really watch much games outside of the Oilers because I don't want to support Gary Bettman because he's a piece of garbage. But I do watch all the highlights. First off, the Sam Bennett cross check.
Oh,
absolutely should have been a suspension.
Oh, definitely.
I'm sorry. I hate Toronto with every ounce of my being, but that should have absolutely been a suspension. That's just savage.
And was it just a fine, I think?
$5,000
Yeah,
fine.
so it's nothing. It's just a slap on the wrist.
Nothing. Oh, no, at least Matthews got a suspension of 1 game for that. So at least 1 game.
Oh, yeah. But he's a repeat offender, too, so I guess 2 to 3.
Bennett, you think?
Yeah, he was, yeah.
I think that was malicious, 100%.
That was gross.
There was no intent. There was no, nothing. If it was a shoulder, okay, cross-check a shoulder. Absolutely. Still a cross-checking penalty.
But not like the back of the neck.
Yeah. Oh, no, that was awful.
Yeah.
And then for good measure, they get to the lower back.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
No, that neck was atrocious. Definitely a suspension in my eyes.
Definitely.
That's missed. But that's, again, I mean, American teams make the league more money, right?
Yep.
Because the ticket revenues and
there's more of them.
Yeah. Well, not just that, but like the ticket prices, $150 for a ticket in the States is more than $150 here for a ticket.
Yeah,
because of the currency exchange and the beer prices and all of its stuff. Like it's maybe like $1 cheaper in the States, but it's actually more expensive because of the exchange rate.
Yeah. Like I was talking to a friend like earlier last week about how we can get 2 tickets here in Edmonton for 2 tickets, a plane ride there, probably cheap hotel to Vegas. Like, it's crazy.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's that's pretty nuts. The Toronto Maple Leafs, I think, well, they definitely need to step up. Like, there's no excuse anymore. They have to step up by quite a bit here,
Yeah.
if they want to make it into the
Keep their hopes
Eastern
alive,
Conference final. I think Florida's a deceivingly good team, a very deceivingly good team.
Now that Officer Bobrovsky's on the case again.
Well, yeah, Bobrovsky's is yeah, especially their issue was goaltending and just a lack of depth scoring.
Yeah.
Right, that's what their issue was all season. They were the 17th best team in the league. Calgary was actually better than Florida
Yes,
this year.
they were. Yeah.
So, listen, Florida, they just came off a high of knocking off Boston, and they're about to play Toronto.
Like the second best team.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Toronto fans were complaining that they have to play Florida in the next round. They're like, oh, we should go back to the 1v8 system and do all this because we're always getting screwed over by all like the better teams and everything. Like, do they realize that the conference the conference format or the division format actually benefited them greatly? Because they would have had to play the Rangers in the first round if it was 1-8. And then the second round, it was Carolina was the better team. They finished ahead of them in the standings, they finished first in their division, which automatically would have given them the higher seed in the old format.
Yep.
Right. So they would have had to have played New Jersey instead of Florida, which New Jersey is a tougher team than Florida. Like, how are they complaining about that, dude? How?
I don't know, man.
If the Oilers are the ones that got screwed over in the West, if anything, we have to play the best team in the Western Conference in the second round as the second best team in the Western Conference.
Yeah.
Like, it should have been, if we're back to 1-8, it would have been Vegas v Dallas, and then Vegas versus Kraken, and then Edmonton, Dallas.
And that would have been tough.
We have Dallas's number. I'm not necessarily...
True, but like...
Dallas is a heck of a team. Like, Miro Heiskanen's playing unreal. Pavelski's
playing
possessed.
Crazy, yeah.
But
Ottinger's playing crazy as well. But
yeah, I don't know.
Honestly, just don't complain. Just focus on your series, and that's it.
Seriously, though, like, whatever. I mean, they're in tough. They are in tough. Like, let's not sugarcoat this. They're down 2-0. Florida and them are like they're tied now, so I don't know. I don't even know anymore, dude.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything else.
So I'm looking at the standings after the regular season because I'm interested to see what the 1-8 2-7 would have been. Okay, so Boston would have played Florida. It happened. Okay. Second place in the Eastern Conference was Carolina. Carolina would have played the Islanders. That's exactly what happened. Okay.
There's no third division though. So how would that work?
Sorry, what?
Because back then there was 3 divisions.
Okay, but let's say whatever. Let's say they just
just the 1 and 2.
Yeah, 1 and 2, and that's it, right?
Okay.
But even Carolina finished with 113, where Toronto finished with 111. They were second in the East.
Yeah, so it would have made So.
Third in the East would have been the Devils, who finished with 112 points. They would have played against Tampa Bay, who finished with 98 points. Fourth was Toronto. They would have played with 111 points. They would have played against New York Rangers with 107 points. They benefited. They got 9 less points. An opposition showed 9 less points.
And the Rangers would have been super tough with...
And the Rangers would have been such a much more difficult matchup than Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay took them to 6 games and almost won game 6 and almost took them to 7 games with 2 lines, 1 defensive pairing, and a goalie.
Yep.
That's it. That's all they had.
That's all they had, yeah.
Just brutal. And then, so the best team in the East and the second best team in the East are playing each other right now. And the fourth best team in the East and the eighth best team in the East are playing each other right now. Toronto fans complain even more. Please continue to complain. You make no sense. Absolutely so dumb.
Do the West.
Then the Western Conference, Vegas finished first. They would have played Winnipeg. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Edmonton finished second. We should have played Seattle. That obviously didn't happen.
No, that would have been an
actually, but Colorado, I guess, would have finished second because of the division. So, Colorado, Seattle. Okay. Edmonton finished third, I guess.
Yeah.
And then we would have played LA, which happened. And then we would have played Minnesota.
That would have been tough.
And then it would have been Dallas against LA. So we benefited greatly in that. We don't play Minnesota well at all.
No, we don't.
Even though Kaprizov had 1 point in the entire first round. Your boy Kaprizov.
My boy Kaprizov.
And then the second round, it would have been Vegas, Seattle, Edmonton, Dallas. So, listen, they can complain all they want, but we know the truth.
Which is...
the format doesn't do anything. And the Toronto fans, they're complaining about this format. It helped them.
Yeah,
greatly helped them. Just they're looking for any kind of excuse.
Oh yeah,
obviously. Any kind of excuse. Oh, just brutal. Anyways, I'm looking at the Oilers stats. So, Evan Bouchard has more assists than the top point getter of Vegas has points.
Really?
Sorry, that's tied. Sorry, they're both. It's at 11. Mark Stone has 11 points he's the highest point getter, and Evan Bouchard has 11 assists.
Dang.
Yeah, Draisaitl has 13 goals.
How many points?
17 points.
Holy!
We won in 6 on 8 games.
8 games.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So McDavid and Draisaitl have 32 points between them. So between the two of them, they're averaging 2 points a game.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, well. This is...
We just have to, like I said, we just have to just keep playing our game and everything will be fine. Yeah.
And we're not getting offensive contributions from as many people as we would hope. Like Nuge in particular, but Nuge's defensive game is very good in the playoffs so far.
Oh yeah.
So when Nuge starts getting points again, watch out.
But we've been getting depth scoring too, so
yeah.
And then Hyman started heating up a little bit.
Yep.
And then Kane is just being Kane, just being a really good hockey player as well as being a disruptor. So.
An absolute bleep disturber is what he's been. Just nuts. Anyways, I don't have anything else to really mention or comment on.
No.
Just hopefully by this point, by our next recording, we'll probably have one team eliminated from the playoffs again. Another team.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Florida and Toronto will play 3 times. 4 times. Yeah, because we haven't not done yet. So Florida and Toronto will have played 4 times. Edmonton and Vegas 3 times. Carolina, Jersey 3 more times. They played already today.
Yep.
And then same with Dallas and Seattle. So like I do think a team gets eliminated. Who do you think the first team to get eliminated from the playoffs will be? Or in the second round, sorry.
I am going to say... If it doesn't go well tonight, it'll probably be Toronto.
Okay. Yeah. I think it will be a... I'm going to go with Vegas.
Vegas?
Yeah, I think Edmonton should win
the next 3 games.
Yeah. I think Toronto wins at least 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Toronto wins game 4, but they'll lose game 5.
But like I said, if they keep playing the way they've been playing in game like they played in game 2, then Vegas will be eliminated in the next 3 games. But
your Ben Stelter performer of the week, and it can't be Draisaitl or McDavid.
Dang it! I'm gonna say Bush.
Dang it!
Well, like the games that I've been watching, like the past few times, he's just you see him like calm down a lot more than before Akkum got on the team, and now he's more free to do what he wants, and then you can totally tell in his game. And then, as you said earlier, already has like tied for against the top Vegas player with just assists only. So it's his defense has improved a lot more, especially last game. And yeah, I say Bush.
All right. Well, I like it. I was gonna go with Bush myself.
Bush.
My performer of the week. I don't want it to be an Oiler because I don't want to be that guy.
I'll be that guy.
No, I'll like repeat what you do.
Oh,
you know
okay.
What I mean, like you had a good point. Like you had a good one. I'm not insulting your choice by any means. Let's go with Ben Stelter, performer of the week by Victor. Will be a person by the name.
Stop,
I don't know, dude. I don't know. You know what? Let's go Kevin Kiermaier. Can't come up clutch with a few big bats. Home run today.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, just came up clutch with a few big hits. Like he has a 300 batting average over the last 7 games. Like a decent for a number 9 hitter. It's pretty darn good. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Kevin Kiermaier as my Ben Stelter performer of the week.
Okay.
With an honorable mention to Evander Kane's fists.
Okay, that's a good one.
Okay.
I'll accept that.
All right, perfect. All right, well, thank you everybody for listening to the Kailer Yamamoto episode of the Canas podcast. Tune in next week for the Anton Lander episode 57.
Yep.
He was 57.
Right? Yep.
For the Anton Lander episode of the Canas podcast.
I like how we have like just consecutive Oilers players now in the
Well, I don't know who 58 is, so we're gonna have.
Well, we have time.
Yeah.
So
hilarious.
Thank you for listening, everybody, and hope you have a great week.